Welcome back to the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. I'm Destiny, your host, and on Perfectly Balanced, we talk about life, love, relationships, and everything in between. Today, we're going to talk about how you need to stop letting people play with you. And this will be the art of self-respect. It's not just about boundaries, it's about demanding respect and cutting off all the nonsense. So let's get into it. Half of the problems in your life and in my life come from letting the wrong people slide way too many times. Somebody disrespects you, you brush it off. Somebody crosses the line, you let it go. And before you know it, people think they can handle you however they want to, whichever kind of way. And why is that? It's because you never checked them, you never told them how it made you feel, and you just let it slide. So today, we're talking about the art of self-respect. How to stop letting people play with you, how to demand better, and how to move like somebody who knows their worth. People only do what you allow them to. If someone disrespects you once and you don't check them, congratulations. You taught them that the disrespect was okay. If you always come through for people who never do the same for you, you're training them to take advantage of you. Understand you set the standard for how people treat you by what you accept. So you have to show people what you're going for and what you're not going to go for. I want you to think about the last time somebody really played with you, really pressed your buttons, said something out the way, or whatever the case may be. Did you call it out or did you let it slide? That's the difference between being respected and being an easy target. And for me, I let people slide. I let people slide often. But it gets to a certain point to where I stop letting you slide. And I stopped letting you slide because people think I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm a sweetheart, and understand I am all those things, but don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't upset me, because that is not the side that you want to see. And that side gets harbored deep down in the bellows of wherever. And luckily, nobody has really played with me to the point that I have exploded. And I pray that nobody does that, because that won't be a good day. It won't be a good day. It will not be a good day. Self-respect also means walking away without explaining yourself. Some people don't need a warning, a second chance, or an explanation. They know what they did, and they did it anyway. The strongest flex, though, leaving the table when respect is no longer being served. No argument, no debate, just gone. Stop begging people to change. Stop trying to convince them to treat you right. If they don't get it, they're not for you. And that's really important. Changed behavior, changed actions mean everything. If somebody is not trying to change and they continue to do the same thing, continue to do the same actions over and over and over again constantly, that's a red flag and they are not for you. People who value you won't put you in a position where you have to question your worth, question your ability, and question who you are. And I don't really have to elaborate on that statement, so I'll say it one more time. People who value you won't put you in a position where you have to question your worth. And I'm going to let that sit for maybe 1 to 2 seconds. Okay, let's get back into it. If you have to keep asking for respect, they don't respect you. If you have to remind them to communicate better, if you have to beg them to be consistent, if you have to keep explaining why something bothers you and they keep doing it anyway, they do not respect you. Clearly, They just want to lose access to you, your energy, and everything in between. You can't be a people pleaser and have self-respect at the same time. And this is where I fall short. I used to be a people pleaser because I wanted everybody to love me. I wanted everybody to want me around. I used to be like that. I'm like that still to a certain extent, but I do have my own boundaries now, and those are really important to me. So if you're still a people pleaser, but you want self-respect, you can't have both. You have to pick one or the other. And most of the time, you have to have self-respect. If you're afraid to upset people, you're going to keep getting walked all over. If you're always putting other people's comfort and feelings and everything in between before your own, you're setting yourself up to be drained. And the moment you stop being a people pleaser, you're going to see who really values you and who is just benefiting from your inability to say no at the time. I want you to try saying no to something small this week, just to see how people react. The ones who get mad, those are the ones that are using you. Again, I'll say it one more time. The ones that get mad for you setting a boundary and saying no and doing what's best for you, even if it's something small, if they get upset with you, they are using you. The strongest people have the smallest circles. And baby, my circle is very small. And I used to feel like something was wrong with me. But once upon a time, I was that people pleaser. Once upon a time, I wanted everybody to like me. Once upon a time, I wanted to be like other people. And that's when I had the most friends. That's when people wanted to be around me most. That's when people called me the most. That's when people wanted to talk to me more. That's when people wanted what I had. And now my circle's so small. You get the picture. You get the picture. Everybody wants to be liked, but not everyone deserves a seat at your table. This is a hard one, but it is true. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table, and you have to be the one to decipher if they deserve a seat at your table. My people know if they at the table or not. I feel like through my actions, through my expressions, and through everything in between, they know if they're at my table or not. And they know what I'm going to tolerate, what I'm not going to tolerate. They know my boundaries. They know all of that. And that's why my circle's so small. A lot of people keep fake friends, toxic partners, and one-sided relationships just because they're scared to be alone. But the truth, peace is so much better than the toxic friends, the toxic partners, the fake friends, and the one-sided relationships. If a relationship is one-sided, then it's not for you. If people are being fake towards you, they're not for you. If your partner is very toxic, they're not for you. And I would like to elaborate on toxic partners because I think a lot of people misconstrue certain things with being toxic. Being toxic is being manipulative. Being toxic is gaslighting your partner. Being toxic is not listening to your partner's needs and wants. Being toxic is choosing not to listen but wanting to be heard. And I can go on and on, but that's just a couple of things. And those are in my book, those are things that are toxic. to me. And I can go on and on, but I'm not going to do all that. You know what's toxic for you. I told you what's toxic for me, and we're going to move on. A small, solid circle versus a big group of people who wouldn't be there if you had nothing to offer. That small, solid circle outweighs the big group of people who wouldn't be there if you had nothing to offer. And that's something else I learned. I learned that when I'm down bad and I don't have anything to offer, nobody really deals with me. And that was friends wise. Everybody stopped being my friend when I had nothing to offer. Now, when I had money to give, when I could do stuff for other people, everybody wanted to be my friend then. When I no longer had those things and they were taken away from me, I stopped hearing from those people. People stopped being my friend. People stopped talking to me. It is what it is. I'm not hurting about it. But hey, it's just food for thought. It's really just food for thought. You cannot continue to let people slide. You cannot continue to let people walk over you, no matter how loving you are, no matter how much you care, no matter what, you just can't let people slide. You have to teach people how to treat you. You have to teach people how to receive you. You have to teach people how to love on you. You have to teach people that sometimes when they do wrong towards you, you do have to teach them that they can't do that. They have to learn that certain things you're not going to tolerate, and they have to be willing to fix certain things in order to move forward. You don't always have to explain yourself when you're respecting yourself. Because if it's good for you, it should be good for the next person, especially the people in your circle. You shouldn't have to keep asking for respect. If you have to ask somebody to respect you more than once, okay, I would say the golden rule would be 3 times. That might be too much for you. It's not too much for me. Because sometimes people are a little slow. They need to, you need to say it a couple times for them to, understand. And that's okay. That's okay. But after that 3rd time, and you still doing disrespectful things, then that's when we have a problem. And we either gotta figure it out or you gotta go. Understand that you can't please everybody. You can't please everybody because everybody's gonna have something to say. Everybody's gonna feel some type of way. Everybody has their own situations going on, and everybody wants different things. So with that being said, if you respect yourself enough, the people that are supposed to be around will not put you in the position to always want to please them all the time. I want you to respect yourself. Treat yourself nice and show people how to treat you too. At the end of the day, the way people treat you is a direct reflection of what you allow. If people think they can play with you, that's because you let them. If you're tired of feeling disrespected, underappreciated, or drained, you need to switch up the rules. Change the rules and make those rules match with self-respect. And if you don't respect yourself, then you can't have self-respect. You have to learn yourself. That comes with self-love. That comes with self-care. That comes with a lot of different things piled up in one. Nobody can tell you how to respect yourself or how to love yourself or how to care for yourself. I can go on and on with that until you do it for yourself and understand yourself. It's important to understand yourself. It is so very important. I don't think a lot of people get that. Especially now. Everybody's always trying to be like everybody else. Everybody wants everybody to be like them, and you don't have to be that way. But make sure you're moving in the direction of understanding yourself so everybody else can understand you too. Or if they don't understand you, you're in the position to tell them. You have to move differently. And if all else fails, you have to cut people off when they show you they're not real. Because if you don't demand your respect, don't be surprised when don't nobody give it to you. You have to stand on your boundaries. You have to stand in your self-care. You have to stand in your self-love. You have to stand in all of that. Because at the end of the day, it's about you. And everything will revert back to you. Thank you again for listening to Perfectly Balanced. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know in the comments. Also share with the next person so more people can hear me out. Thank you.